it's one of the greatest tragedies of my life that most of the beautiful places I found by myself. And there's some sweetness to that. It's definitely part of what makes my life really special. But at the same time, you know, it really brings that feeling of loneliness. It just makes it hit home. By sheer volume of trips and places that I've camped and tried, I mean, I've definitely failed a lot, and I've had some of the worst camps ever. But in between are these magical places like this. Check this out. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? And this was just coming up on a whim and a prayer. Didn't even think about it. I didn't do any research or anything. This place is gorgeous. The wide open meadows and wildflowers. The mountains are still snow-capped. It's just... You guys want to see something funny? We're going to take Shiloh and let him play with the snow. Look at you, good boy, sitting. Shiloh, come here. What is this? What is this? Oh, yes. Yeah. There you go. Oh, what'd you find, buddy? What'd you find? What'd you find? What'd you find? Oh, man, yeah. You love the snow, don't you? I've been processing all the dead and down wood that's around me. There's actually a lot of it. Somebody put down 2 big trees, and they've been drying out for a while. So I just took my little camping saw and I cut out chunks like this. Couldn't really find any big logs, but I've got enough that I think it's gonna last for the night. Look at this. Got a handy grill. Too bad I didn't bring anything to grill. I just brought a sweet potato with foil on it. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. He just disappeared, but I just saw a black ant that was that big. It was bigger than my thumbnail. Okay, while our water's boiling, we're gonna take a little hike out into these mysterious woods. Man, we are most deaf in moose country Every time I go to Nederland, I see moose. We're not too far from there, but we're somewhere like in between Nederland and Black Hawk. The woods out here are super dense. I love it. It's got that, you know, what you want up in the high Rockies is you want to find these forests. So right as the snow melts off, and there's still chunks of snow out here right now, but right as the snow melts off, you still have this kind of moisture and humidity in the air, and then you can see all the ground cover starting to bloom and come out. So there's this nice grounding effect that kind of permeates the woods and just envelops you. And that's what I love about the forest, you know. The forest, in my opinion, can heal a person. You just have to be willing to go out and wrap yourself in it and not really be too chicken shit about what's out there. I mean, yes, there's animals. Yes, I have run into moose, run into bear, run into elk, deer. Oh, wow, look, some flowers down here in this patch. It's just so pretty. These are most definitely the kind of woods that, oh wow. See, it's super soggy right here, and that's where all the flowers are coming up. So pretty. What I was going to say is these are definitely the kind of woods where as the vegetation begins to bloom and things begin to flower and come out, that's where all the omnivores and herbivores, they come out and they start munching on this stuff because apparently it's delicious. This is like some kind of lost old trail or something. Yeah, you can see there's still mud in certain places, but this is the best time to be up here. It only gets drier as the season goes on, so like right now we have the luxury of having a fire. I don't know how long that's gonna last. It depends on how dry of a season it is, whether or not there's any wildfires anywhere close to here. I know the whole southern half of the state is already shut down for the most part in terms of fire. Durango's got one raging. All right, it's time to eat. This has been so fun. Thanks for coming along with me, guys. Look at my camp. It's so smoky. I hope I didn't upset the neighbors. It's like drifting right over in their neck of the woods. Literally. Bon appetit. This is what's for dinner. I kind of just like fasted on fruit all day, which felt really nice in the hot sun, but I am starving now. And these are the cheapest ones. They're like $4.50, and I really like them. I think it might be one of the better ones Backpackers Pantry does. If you're gonna have to eat freeze-dried shit in a bag, beans and rice, man, super simple. But you know, some of their other bags are like as high as $7.50, $8, and this is 2 servings, 600 calories, super cheap. So it's kind of my go-to staple when I'm camping. Plus, there's nothing worse than eating like weird foreign food than being out in the woods, and you know, you know where I'm going with this. I've got sap and tar all over me now. I decided to climb a tree like a kid. It's probably not the wisest thing to do when I'm alone, but I had to see the mountains. I had to come up and see the sunset. I can't get a vantage point where I'm at. It's pretty sweet out here. I mean, the road is definitely not accessible for all. You gotta have a decent 4-wheel drive to get up here. Lots of rocks. Fortunately, I had the clearance for it, but this is a really dope spot. It's a great spot to come camping. So I'll put a link in the description below down to this place, or at least I'll give you the link to the entrance road. Where you make it beyond that is up to you.